Hey y'all, it's DIY Queen Diva over here at Candy Apple TV, the Candy Apple and Caramel Apple Authority, coming to you with another North Cackalacky classic caramel apple tutorial. Today, I'm showing y'all how to make my Halloween caramel chocolate apples, classic caramel apples, and my caramel apples with nuts that are so soft, smooth, and oh, so delicious. Even after they have been chilled in the refrigerator, just bring them back to room temperature and they'll be so soft and good. Not like the other caramel apple recipes. This caramel apple recipe is a game changer, just like my candy apple recipes. And don't worry about any candy thermometers. You don't need it. I'm going to show you exactly when to dip so your caramel comes out perfect every single time. And if a little bubble shows up, don't even worry about it. These are gourmet, baby. And ain't nobody noticing that when they taste how good these apples are. Ain't nobody paying attention to that little bubble, but I'm still going to show you how to get rid of it on your caramel apples. There's nothing like a North Cackalacky caramel apple, y'all. So grab your apples, grab your sticks, and let's make some Halloween magic, DIY Queen Diva style. This is Candy Apple TV with DIY Queen Diva. Okay, this is 2025, and for your caramel apples, I am still rocking the North Cackalacky caramel apple recipe because there is no other caramel apple recipe that I have came across or that I can even touch. I can't even touch my own North Cackalacky caramel apple recipe. So with that, I made sure everything was easy. So we're going to use all 1 cup ingredients, 1 cup of sea salted extra creamy butter. I think it just makes my caramel even better. It heightens it. It just makes it even more awesome. So there's no need for a dash of salt because I have sea salted extra creamy butter. And what you want to do is go ahead and melt your butter before adding any other 1 cup ingredients for your caramel apples. But if you do not have it, any salted butter will work. If you use unsalted butter, or if you can't get to the grocery store and you only have unsalted butter, go ahead and use that. But in your caramel, you're going to have to add a dash of salt. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this melted. Okay, so I have my butter melted. 1 cup of melted butter. Now add 1 cup of white sugar. When you're adding your other ingredients, make sure it's off the stove because you don't want that cooking right now. 1 cup of packed light brown sugar. Okay. Then you're going to take 1 cup of light corn syrup. And like I tell you with the candy apples, it doesn't matter what brand. It really does not. It's still going to be delicious regardless. And they still come out perfect and good. As you level up from beginners, you guys are going to have some haters. You're going to have different information. But I'm telling you, as far as your light corn syrup, the brand, it doesn't matter. The sugar doesn't matter either. Because I'm using, as you see, I am using Larlene Ingalls store brand. This is Larlene Ingalls store brand, so you can miss me with that. So we're going to add our light corn syrup. You can use a spatula spoon or just make sure it's a silicone spatula spoon or a silicone spatula. Okay, so this is a 14-ounce Eagle brand. I usually use this all the time. I don't switch up with that. And this is 1 cup. Because if you look in here, it's pretty much gone. So that's 1 cup of sweetened condensed milk, or you can just use a whole 14 ounce of sweetened condensed milk if that's easier for you. For the flavoring, you're gonna use 1 big fat tablespoon or 2 teaspoons of butter vanilla, or vanilla, because I'm gonna have to use, see, that's 1. I barely squeezed 2 teaspoons out of here, but I'm glad I got it, because baby, I really don't want to use any other vanilla. This is that go-to for me, butter vanilla. But if you have McCormick's vanilla or any other vanilla, honey, use that. Don't be going out the way. It's still gonna come out real good. So what you want to do is put your stove on between the 4 and the 5. Make sure you stir your caramel nice and slow, but you want to make sure you're touching the bottom of the pot. You're going to stir nice and slow but hard. Make sure you get the middle. Go on the outside, come in the middle, outside, middle. You're going to do that for 20 minutes. Now let me go cook my caramel, y'all. Okay. So you want to make sure you stir it, and it's done. It's been 20 minutes. And now you see your caramel should be looking like this. This is the most important part. A lot of people don't know when to dip. And I have made this caramel apple recipe so easy. There's no way you can fail. Don't worry about having a candy thermometer. Gas stoves work different from electric stoves. The gas stoves get hotter than electric stoves. With an electric stove, when I say between the 4 and the 5, you can probably push it more towards the 5 than the 4. Gas stove, 4, 4.5. Okay? So I'm gonna show you when to dip your apples. This is the part that some people, not most, because a lot of people get this caramel apple recipe on the first try. When to dip your caramel apples is the most important part, okay? So let me get my apples and my parchment paper here. And I have already stripped the wax down off these apples. To learn how to strip the wax off the apples, I am going to put my candy apple cleaning method down in the description box. I have 10 Granny Smith apples here. I have already, as you can see, stripped down the wax. I like to wipe my apples down one more time. Just in case you get a bubble at the top, make sure you have an extra candy apple stick or a toothpick beside you, so that way you can pop it. Okay, it should be ready. Yeah. That's the way I like it. Thick, soft, and creamy like that. You can tell this is some good stuff. Look at how that caramel does. I'm gonna do that one last because that's a big one. And I want to put some nuts on it. This is some good stuff. Look at that. Look at that pool. Child, I'm surprised I haven't stopped to eat one of these. Because when I do caramel apples, the video posts a day or two late. Because I have to re-record. I'm telling you. This is so good. This is so good. Look at that. Look at that. I haven't came across a homemade caramel apple recipe better than our North Cackalacky. Now, looking right here, I see a bubble. So with the caramel, you just easily pop it. All right. This caramel dip. My last one gonna be my nuts. And these are pretty big. You can get about 12 small. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. And I always say you can get about 8 to 10 medium size. And this is number 8. And I'm running pretty low here. So yeah, this is number 8 for medium. So I'm looking at this bubble right here. There you go. And then shake it. Look at that caramel. That's some good stuff right there. Let me get this last one. Let me try to get this last one dip. Damn, the stick coming out. So my stick coming out, I may have a bubble at the top. I didn't have that sticking good. So let me re-dip. That caramel. Look at that. Baby, baby, baby. So that's 9. Let's see if we can get this 10. We might can work with it. Dang, I ain't got these sticks in. I don't know what I was doing. Hold on. That's a big one. We got 10. But it's not the way I want to do it. I'm gonna put this to the side. So we have enough for some turtles. I'm always fooling around, and I should have dipped these as soon as I dipped it in the caramel. But since the caramel is still wet, I can go ahead and get the nuts on now. So a good time to dip. You can go ahead and dip your apples like that. Now, if you just want caramel and nuts, I am going to put that video down in the description box. I be fooling around a lot. So once you dip your caramel, as soon as you dip it, go ahead and dip in your nuts. Go ahead and put some nuts on it so you won't have any issues. Your customers will keep coming back for something this delicious. This is the one I didn't have enough caramel, and I'm gonna bite into it and see what it's like. Man. You still got that green apple. Look at that caramel dripping. Look at that soft pool. That lemon juice with that clean mustard. That thing be keeping them green apples green on the inside. Good and crisp. Look at that caramel. I ain't never had a caramel apple that I can place in the refrigerator, take that thing back out, and let it reach room temperature and still come out like this, baby. Even I can't even touch my own North Cackalacky caramel apple recipe. Dang. You in heaven with these, baby. Y'all in trouble. But let's go ahead and make them Halloween caramel apples. Now I have parchment paper down. When you use parchment paper, you want to spread some butter down on your parchment paper. You can use wax paper. Wax paper, you don't have to do anything, but do not use wax paper for your candy apples, only for caramel apples. And they should be ready. Okay, so they're ready. And of course, that one's ready. See how they come up? Okay, so I have my Ghirardelli here. This is the only chocolate that I use. Take you 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. Then you're gonna stir this all up, marinate that oil into your chocolate. Place this in the microwave for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, you're going to stir. It's not completely melted. Put it back in the microwave for a second time for another 30 seconds and stir, and you should be good. This is what your chocolate should be looking like. So you let that cool. You don't want to dip your caramel apples into this right now. I do not want to use fondant on my good caramel apples. I'm not using fondant. So I'm going to use some marshmallows. I'm going to use marshmallows to make the feet. And, you know, the bottom part of the ghost. If this doesn't stick, oh, it sticks. That's good. So let's put the feet down, you know, like that. Ghosts don't have ears. But you can put like some miniature Oreo cookies on the side. I may do that. Just to be creative. Ow. I mean, the kids will love these. No, I'm not using no type of fondant. I know a lot of people like to cover a candy apple or a chocolate or caramel apple with fondant. I can't mess this up. No, this is too good to cover with fondant. So it is getting thick, and that's what you want. Take your caramel apple and dip it into your white chocolate. Rotate your caramel apple in the chocolate. Then once you're done doing that, you want to bring your caramel chocolate apple up and let the chocolate just drip off. I have edible things, edible food pens. I also have Cake Craft edible ink markers. So what I am doing here, I am just going to make an outline, and then I am going to fill it in with black gel food coloring. Since I'm not using that much, I'm going to use gel food coloring because that's all I have. On chocolate, you're supposed to use oil-based, but I am just doing this. I'm not coloring the chocolate. Get a paper towel and some pink luster dust. This pink luster dust comes from Hobby Lobby or Michael's, I believe Hobby Lobby. Okay, and you just pour a little on the paper towel, and I use this type of brush right here, and this comes from Hobby Lobby for sure, in the treat aisle. So you go ahead and dab the luster dust and apply it on your Halloween ghost caramel chocolate apples. If you have enjoyed this candy apple tutorial, make sure you stay tuned to watch my next candy apple tutorials coming up right here on Candy Apple TV. I'll see you in a few seconds over in my next video.